Undefeated Faith Academy meets undefeated John Paul II, and the two have much more in common than a 4-0 record, as head coach Russ Roberts explains.
Well, the obvious thing right now is they're undefeated. I mean, it's a battle of the undefeateds. We're both 4-0. That's a great way to be. I'm looking forward to that because people often say, well, they're not playing anybody. Well, we may not, but we're playing, one of the best teams there are in this area. But I also have a lot of respect for Coach McCabe. He and Coach, his coaching staff over there do a great job of coaching good, sound football. They take their kids and they take them for what they can do and not for what they hope they can do. They model an offense and a defense together that makes the most of their talent, and because they're very hard to beat. There's a reason they're 4-0. They don't waste plays. They don't throw a lot of incompletes. They're going to keep plugging at you. They're not as impressive looking as some of the teams we've played because they don't have the long-range scoring capability, but they just keep coming at you. And if you don't create negative plays for their offense, they'll drive the ball down. They easily get an 80, 85-yard drive the way they play. They just play real sound football. And as one of the coaches that played them a couple of weeks ago said, their kids are not very big, but they play very, very hard. They did last year, and they were young. This year, they're a year older, and I think they're going to be even better.
You said, and correct me if I'm wrong, when Faith Academy decided to go from 6-man to 11-man football, John Paul II was one of the programs you studied.
It was. They had gone the year before us, and so we wanted to see how things were progressing for them. And to be perfectly honest, had I known exactly what was happening over there, I might have been discouraged because the first year things did not go well for them. They didn't have an experience like we did. But then they changed coaches, and it made a huge difference. But yes, they kind of let us in along with John Paul II and Central Texas were the two schools that we watched very, very closely that last year we were in 6.
How was this game decided on the scoreboard?
I think it's decided on the scoreboard by our ability to be consistent offensively and deny them the ability to be consistent. Because I think, we have a big scoring capability. There's no denying that. When we chose this offense, we didn't know if that would be true, but it has been. It was true last year, and it's true this year. But we don't have to. We can drive the ball down the field 3 and 4 and 5 yards at a shot. So can they. They don't have the big score capability, but they've got a couple of running backs that could make long runs. I think the team that can stay on schedule, and by that I mean pick up minimum of 3 yards on every play, is going to win the ball game. I think if both of us can do that, it's going to be a great slugfest. But I know Coach is working to create negative plays for us, and we're working to create negative plays for him and get you behind schedule, because then you have to come out of your game plan and you have to do something else. Now, again, having said what I did a while ago about throwing for 130 yards last week, should they be able to stop us, I think we can adjust to it fairly well.
We talked to senior lineman Mitch Earwood, who tells us what it means to him to be a Flame.
It's, well, I've always it used to feel as if it's a burden because football is a tradition in my family. And so my dad was a great athlete who went off to play college ball, and my brother was a great athlete who wanted to play college ball, and then here's me. So it was and I'm the youngest, so it's all eyes on me. So 6-man felt more like I was just playing for my family and not playing for my own enjoyment. I did not enjoy 6-man at all, but I still played and I practiced and I trained to carry on the family tradition. But I'm 11-man. 11-man is a whole lot more fun, and I enjoy it a lot more. I've really taken hold of it, and something to banter my brother with, and then just being a senior, just taking hold of that leadership role and that the responsibility that comes with it. So it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
But you guys do a lot of stuff together.
Yes.
I hear that y'all have a weekly pizza dinner with the family. I think Ryan still comes home for that.
Yes, he does.
Tell me about those times when you're together and mix in some football. What's that like at the Earwood house?
Well, we just kind of gather together and make fun of each other, crack jokes, talk about old times for Ryan, times he caught one-handed catches and dropped one-handed catches, and banter back and forth about 6-man versus 11-man. My dad will bring up about his high school days and how he's better than all of us, and it's just a good, fun time. And we wait for Texas football, so it's we live it, we breathe it, we eat it, we sleep it. We love football.